Joel Embiid do we see tonight?
The speed of the game is getting the better of him offensively.
Leonard makes his move.
That's a man's jam! He rose up and put Joel Embiid on a poster.
A Toronto rout to take a 3-2 lead.
Safe to say Kawhi Leonard has been the offense for the Raptors in this series. When he's been on the court, Toronto is averaging over 111 points per 100 possessions. But when he's off the floor, that efficiency drops by nearly 30 points. Just consider that. And for the Sixers to have a chance, basically, to get back into this series, they have to stop Kawhi. They have to prevent him from getting those easy looks. He's 23 for 26 from the field on open shots in this series. That is 88%, because I do math, compared to just 49% on contested shots. And the Sixers have also struggled to stop Kawhi when he drives to the basket. According to Second Spectrum, he scored 56 points on drives in this semifinals. New on SportsCenter. Here's Kawhi talking about how awesome he is.
I mean, you just go out and try to play the same way. Know who you are, play the same defense, bring your offense, and see how the outcome comes. Just play hard.
When you have the opportunity to do this, you got to just throw it all out there on the line, because you never know when the opportunity is going to come back again. And that's why I think we're going to play desperate, because we know that nothing's promised. Go out there and play this game like it's the last game and just play hard.
Listen, we know this is a tough place to play. We know they're going to have a lot of juice. We know that they're going to fight with desperation. We know all those things. Now can we act accordingly?
I've been told that by bosses. Act accordingly. Kawhi Leonard has been dominating this series, but take a look at the impact he's had on the Raptors' offense. Toronto's outscoring Philly by 46 when he's been on the floor, but have been outscored by 18 in the 45 minutes he's been on the bench. Raptors look to close out the Sixers tonight. Can they do it, David?
If Jameis Winston's been told to act accordingly by his bosses, I'm not sure this would apply. That's Jameis sitting down and taking a golf ball to his goofy orange helmet. And listen, it makes a very cool slow-mo video. I mean, what's the upside to this, Kerry? Do you want your quarterback doing this?
I don't. Why? No, I don't. What if you get hit in the head? You need your head. You got to think.
Yeah. All right. Jeff Johnson, you got anything on this?
I'm glad to see the tee was long. I'm glad to see he had a helmet on. I would like to see the resume of the golfer before personally committing to such an endeavor.
What is the upside? Anyway, Jeff is here to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and their three young stars, maybe the latter-day triplets, if you want to go that way. Dak and Zeke and Amari Cooper. Let's start with the quarterback. Prescott entering the final season of his rookie deal. Obviously great value, 7th highest QBR over the last 3 seasons, but the bargain is about to end. Dak is going to get paid at some point, so do they get him done this season? We'll get into that. Also, Cowboys got to deal with Ezekiel Elliott, who they took in that same draft as Dak. Zeke, 2 years left on his contract. Cowboys would love to lock him up long term. He's led the league in rushing since he entered the NFL. And then there's the guy they got in the trade last year, Amari Cooper, who's in the final year of his rookie deal. He had 6 touchdown catches in just 9 games for the Cowboys last season. So all those guys are 25 or under. Young stars, it's what you want, but now you got to pay them. What are the odds they get 1, 2, or 3 of those deals done?
Well, look, Stephen Jones at the team's charity golf tournament yesterday said that Amari Cooper and Dak Prescott's negotiations are, quote, off and running. That's a good start, right? Dak Prescott has the Cowboys' first offer. He'll ultimately return serve, of course, and on we go. The question here becomes, Jones alluded to the fact that he's going to press on these guys to understand that they're not going to be able to max out on their contracts if they want to keep things together. That sounds nice. You see that from Tom Brady all the time. Whether the players reciprocate that message is what we need to ultimately find out, because these are 3 players who want to get paid on their second deal. That's what every NFL player is striving for, to make it through their rookie deal in which they've been underpaid throughout and getting paid. So we'll find out exactly where this thing goes, but certainly it feels like Dak and Amari being the priorities with Ezekiel Elliott third in line.
Let me just play devil's advocate with Ezekiel Elliott, who is so important to the Cowboys.
Right.
He does not shy away from contact, takes a lot of hits,
That's
which
right.
is one of the reasons he's so effective, is because he can break tackles, but it does wear on a player as they continue on in the league. So what is the thinking about signing him to a second long-term deal?
Well, the fascinating thing here is that Zeke still has the 5th-year option behind this season, so technically he's up at the end of 2020. But this is the one, after speaking with somebody who has a pretty familiar understanding of these negotiations, this is going to be the most interesting one. The person I was speaking to last night believes that Ezekiel Elliott will also be done by the start of this coming regular season. Now, why is that fascinating? Because what motivation do the Cowboys have to do that? The only motivation they could ultimately have is if Zeke comes to them and says, hey guys, I ain't showing up. I'm not playing week 1 if you don't sign me to a long-term deal. That is the fascinating storyline that we should be maybe putting in the back of our heads for, say, July, August.
That's echoes from a different time. Emmitt Smith famously held out for a couple games for the Cowboys back in the 90s. They lost both of them. Place went nuts. The Cowboys did eventually sign him, and they went on to another.
It's early, so you wouldn't think that would be the case, but hey, we're seeing, some unprecedented negotiations.
Okay, some perhaps dark clouds on the horizon there.
That's a tease.
Nice teaser there, Jeff Darlington. We're talking football. We're talking Cowboys here in the month of May.
This series has been epic. Portland, they need a signature Damian Lillard game tonight. Oh, come on! Jamal Murray. I think he's licking his chops there. It has been all Denver thus far. So many competitive games between these two teams. This, not one of them.
I'm aware. Portland doesn't have an answer for this kid. That's Jokic. He's a beast on the boards. He has 22 offensive rebounds and shot 11 of 16 to go along with 2 assists immediately following those boards. So more than half of his offensive rebounds have turned into points, and Denver has not been able to stop them. What about this kid, Dame Lillard? They've had some success as well, but they've been slowing him down. According to Second Spectrum, he has an effective field goal percentage of 34% on his jump shots in the series compared to 64% in the first round against the Thunder. His shot quality, though, has been identical on all of these looks. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens. Our BPI says, guess what? Blazers have a 63% chance to win tonight at home and force a deciding game in Denver on Sunday. We'll see if Dame can snap out of it and basically get his team back to where they belong. But I'm pretty sure he can. If Dame can't, you love Dame, do you not, David?
He's great.
Dame's your guy.
He's awesome. So the Nuggets are trying to kiss the Blazers goodbye. We're going to kiss some baseball.
That's a good transition.
That's a professional segue there. Okay.
You are.
This is the bottom of the 11th. Jason Hayward puts the biscuit in the basket. That's a walk-off home run. We're bouncing, and it's your turn.
Is it my turn, David? Yes. Here we go. Chicago White Sox, Cleveland Indians. What happens here? This is Jose Ramirez's 3rd home run of the season. Have you picked him? Have you picked him yet?
No, he's only got 3 home runs. I wouldn't pick him.
Well, you should.
I need a guy who hits a lot.
Heads up. Oh, David, it's not working for you. Indians win.
Nothing's working. I may need to change it up.
Go ahead.
Stephen Piscotty in the 13th. And we got another walk-off. First walk-off of his career as the A's win 5-4. So that segues nicely into long shots. I'm feeling lucky today. I might get off the schneid and finally hit one of these. You're going to get the first crack at this. Here we go.
Okay. Well, David, as you well know, I'm perfect at this game.
You're very good.
And I'm riding away with Justin Turner. Hey, bow down. He's only hit 5 this season, but I'm going to go out on a limb and just pick him. 3 of them were Tuesday and another last night. I actually picked him last night, but we had to kill the segment, so I would have killed you once again in terms of beating you. I just sent him a text and I said, hey, I need a homer, my friend.
So you had one scrubbed. It's like a rain out for you because you really did call it, and then he hit one, and then we didn't run the segment. I'm going to go with George Springer. Georgie, he's got 12 home runs. Georgie! He's got 12 homers, tied for second in the AL. He's got 3 pops in his last 5 games, so I feel good. He's from right around the corner here. Let's take a look at the tote board here. And all right, so you've hit on 4, you've missed on 6.
You hit on?
I've hit on, well, let's see, I've hit on none.
Do the math.
And I've missed on 10.
Is that nil? Do they say nil?
Do you like my picture?
First of all,
that's my attitude right now about this whole competition.
Wait a second. How come you got to pick your picture and I didn't get to pick my picture?
We do everything down here in Bristol. We don't consult you on these matters.
Okay. So basically, I am awesome in baseball is what we're getting at.
Yes. You're tremendous.
Thank you. Apparently got to bump some stuff, David. Coming up, what does it take to be the leader of the Lakers? I know. Okay, I'm open. Jeannie, you listening? I'm here. Plus, literally hitting it out of the park. But this blast is only number 10. How the home run plays into another number 1 play a little later. We'll talk about it, David.